Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we will be doing DIY polygel. So I'm using this eyeshadow palette that I got from Amazon for around 350 rupees or 360, I don't remember. And I thought, why not? Like, I need polygel in every single color, but that will be so damn expensive. So I decided to use an eyeshadow palette, and I created this nude orangish color, and I used that pink, brown, this bright orange, and this beige color to create this beautiful orangish nude color, and it's like so beautiful. This is the color that I created. I just mixed those pigments and then I added clear polygel. For polygel I used Shill's clear polygel. I'll link it down in the description box below. So I'm just simply using like a big bead of this polygel and I placed it on my thumb. I will be like just doing a simple nail set today. Like, it will more likely to be like a leopard print nail set. You'll see in the end you'll see the end results. You will. So yeah, I'm just like I'll be covering every nail, doing a single bead method, and I'll be covering with this beautiful nude orange color. I mean, I'm so obsessed. Like, when I was done doing my thumbnail, I was like, I can like keep it simple without like, I don't want to do any nail art. It looks so beautiful even when it's like nothing is done. It's just simple. Like, it was that nail set where I thought that I just don't need to do anything. This color is so beautiful on its own that I don't need to do anything to make it more beautiful. While doing my nails, I actually forgot that I need to apply the base coat. So I forgot for my like thumbnail, so I ended up applying the base coat for the other 4 fingers, and then I cured it in my nail art for 60 seconds. So I thought, why not do another story time / experience of me as a beginner doing my nails. As you know by now, I guess many of you might be knowing, or if you are new to my channel, I started doing my nails when I was in college and I was doing my graduation. To know like one more, like I did one more story time, like a short story time in my previous video. You can see that it was quite hilarious, quite funny, and very stupid of me. So in this story time, I want to tell you that okay, so to create the nails, you usually need like nail forms, or you need nail tips, or you can also create your nails using dual forms, right? But I had none at that time, and I was like, how to do it? And I used to like, I got inspired and motivated by Long Hair Pretty Nails YouTube channel by her. Like, she does it so beautifully, and she uses most of the time nail forms. So I was like, dude, I can create this nail form at home. Like, I can also buy it. Like, I had learned my lesson. Okay, I had learned my lesson that where I thought that you don't need a UV lamp, but you do need a UV lamp. Oh. So I was like, I know I might not be able to do it, and I just can't call them stupid, because I am the one who thinks them to be stupid, and that's not the case. I am stupid, and what I think is stupid, like, it's just So I thought that I can create this nail form at home by myself. I opened YouTube, I searched how to create nail forms at home, and there were many videos on it. Even there was this one channel, I don't remember her name. It was Susie, I guess. I don't exactly remember. So I saw her video, and she was telling that she had a client once and she was out of nail forms. So she used a paper and tape, I guess, to create a nail form. And I was like, I can also do this. And I watched her entire video. I did the same thing, but I failed. Like, I failed miserably. Uh, I used that nail form and it was just not having it. Like, it was, I used tape also to stick it onto my like finger, but I was just not getting that curve. And when I tell you, like, I don't have nail growth, like my nails don't grow a lot, and I also don't like my natural nails to be long, so I keep them short. Like, you won't find them to be grown out at all. So even at that time when I created that nail form, I did not had like my natural nails grown, so it was also getting really difficult to put it in and just stick it on. And so it was just not happening the way I wanted, and I was not getting that C curve. It was like completely straight, or it was bended, and it was also under the nail. It just, when I applied polygel and I cured it, it was just like flooded under the nail. And I was like, dude, this is not happening. This is not happening. So I used to like feel very proud of it, that I did my nails. It's looking good. I was happy with my accomplishment at that time. And when I used to show it to my friends, they used to be like, yeah, it looks good, but it's not perfect. Like, you still have a lot to work on it. Like, it's not in its best shape. I would like, yeah, it was just it was blah, like literally blah. So yeah, then I ended up buying dual forms, which completely changed the game. But I did not like in the beginning when I was using nail forms, I completely loved it. But then I came across using nail tips, and like forming a nail on a nail tip is completely different than using a dual form. Like, dual form gives you the smooth, completely smooth, and that smooth layer like on the top. And it's just like, when I started using nail tips and forming my nail, it was just completely different than using dual forms. So I can say that I don't like using dual forms anymore. Yeah, so this was my another story time of me struggling, or like learning my lessons and just trusting on the experts and not being a DIY person every time. Yeah. My ring finger actually turned out to be a bit ugly. I mean, it looks so weird. Like, it just, like, the nail polish just like spread it up, and it was just looking so weird. So I just went in with my e-file again and just filed off the surface and applied the top coat again. And then I just went in with the nail art off camera to see if it happens again and how I should fix it. So yeah. Now I'm just going to be doing like half of my nail vertically, my index fingernail vertically, and then I will be applying, then I will be putting on the rhinestones in the middle in a straight line. So I'm only doing like half of my index fingernail with the nail art. I guess I did cure it, but I guess I did not cure it for a longer time as I should be doing it. So it just literally like just while applying the top coat, it just spread it out completely. It just like I had to clean it up using acetone. I just removed it. The uncured part was just completely removed, and then I just went in again with the Black Shells Professional UV gel polish, and then I cured it in my nail lamp for 60 seconds, and I then applied the Born Pretty top coat. Now I'm going in with these rhinestones. I am choosing the holographic ones, and I am just seeing how many, like I have already applied the top coat, and I haven't cured it, and I'm simply going in with the rhinestones and putting it in a straight line because I simply know what I really want. So I simply went in with the top coat, and then I'm applying the rhinestones. Also, to stick on the rhinestones, you can use the rhinestone glue, or there's Poochie's Nails rhinestone this gel, or you can also use your clear polygel to stick on the rhinestones to your nails. But I simply use top coat. Also, a small recommendation: don't stick on your rhinestones using only top coat because they won't last you long. I, however, have to remove it after a week or like 4-5 days, so I just go on with the top coat. But to stick on the rhinestones, you should apply either a rhinestone glue or a gel. Like Poochie's Nails is the brand which also provides rhinestone gel, or you can also use your own you can also use polygel instead. Just take your clear polygel and apply like it's a glue type, and then just stick on your rhinestones. and this is how my nails turned out. I hope you subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notification, likes, comment and share with your friends. And as I always say, I'll be back with more videos. Bye.